There are calls in the U.S. media for the Pentagon to hack Russian servers as payback for the alleged hacking of Democratic Party emails earlier this year. RT's Maupin reports.
Voices in U.S. media are calling for the Pentagon to hack the Kremlin and release secret information from Russia. How in the world did we get here? Remember when words like emails and Hillary Clinton made American audiences go to sleep when they heard them on the news? Well, now the story has gotten a little bit more interesting. It involves words like WikiLeaks and election fraud and Russian hackers. It's almost like something out of a 1950s spy movie, with, of course, the oh-so-evil Russians as the villains as far as mainstream media is concerned.
DNC was hacked, they believe, by the Russians.
Communications were likely seized by a group with ties to the Russian government.
Cybersecurity experts are blaming the hack attack on the intelligence agencies of Russian President Vladimir Putin.
Russian state actors broke into the DNC, stole these emails.
According to WikiLeaks chief Julian Assange, there is absolutely no proof of Russian involvement in the leaks.
Well, there's no proof of that whatsoever. We have not disclosed our source. And of course, this is a diversion that's being pushed by the Hillary Clinton campaign.
Now, next, there were calls for new sanctions against Russia to punish Russia for the leaks, even though there's no real proof of Russian involvement and the contents were 100% true.
U.S. officials are discussing whether to respond to computer breaches of Democratic Party organizations with economic sanctions against Russia, but they haven't reached a decision about how to proceed. Levying sanctions would require the White House to publicly accuse Russia.
And now the icing on the cake. Writing in Forbes magazine, an expert from the NATO Strategic Defense Journal is calling for Obama to strike back hard and hack the Russians in retaliation. Now, joining us here in the newsroom is Ray McGovern. Perhaps he can help us understand how exactly we got here.
Democratic candidate who was just about to be nominated stole the nomination from Bernie Sanders. What is Hillary Clinton? What are the Democratic people on that national committee going to do? Well, first thing they did was fire their top 4 people, and then they said, who are we going to blame this on? We got to divert attention from this because it shows that Hillary is the illegitimate candidate now. God, well, They convened their little propaganda team, and the PBT, which is the Putin bashing team, said, we got an idea. Let's blame it on Putin. And they said, well, yeah, but it wasn't Putin. It was Julian Assange. And then the ABT, the Assange bashing team, spoke up and said, we can say that Putin gave it to Assange, and we'll get a twofer that way, okay? Hey, a threefer. We distract attention, we bash Putin, and we bash Assange. Let's go with it.
Elections are being rigged. Emails show all kinds of foul play and corruption. But mainstream media has an answer that will make everything all better. Hack the Russians. Maupin, RT, Washington, D.C.
Meanwhile, the race for the White House is heating up, with main competitors Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton getting ever closer in the polls. And it seems that now the gloves are well and truly off.
Hillary is very weak. I think she's pathetic.
He is not qualified.
Speaking of mosquitoes, hello, Hillary. How are you doing?
Donald Trump's ideas, just a series of bizarre rants.
I don't know who created Pokemon Go, but I'm trying to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.
The next president of the United States.
Hillary Clinton arriving to the St. Pete Coliseum to cheers from her supporters.